What's up, guys? I know it's been a minute. I ain't been flying my I hadn't been flying my drones any lately, so I've just been doing work and around the house and building things. I fixed my mom's golf cart up. I don't think I've showed it to y'all since I've done that, so I'll take you up there and show it to you in a little bit. But right now I'm building me a side-by-side, basically from scratch. I'm using a Honda 3-wheeler motor and the rear end, and this is it right here. I've made me a tilt bed for it. Let me scoot the seats over here. I got a tilt bed for it, and as you can see, it's a 3-wheeler rear end, 3-wheeler tires, and I got my motor caged in there with that cage, and I'm leaving it toward the cage. You'll be able to, you can take it out that way if you need to pull the motor out for anything. And like I say, the seats is there, and hang on. That's about how long it's going to be. It's going to be about a half a foot to a foot longer than my mama's golf cart. And I was going to use that rack and pinion steering right there, but I thought it was smaller than what it was, but it's not. It ain't going to work. It's too big. So I have to come up with something else, way to steer it. But I've got a bunch of pictures here of different things, like a Kawasaki mule and this these. You know, I'm kind of going by these to what I'm building here, and they all got beds on them, you know, that tilt. And I'm gonna do some A-arm shocks and suspension up on the front here on the tires, so it'd be a little smoother riding, I hope. I've been working non-stop, guys, and you know, you wouldn't believe at the work I've done around here. Well, first off, we cleaned the shop up here the other day. Me and my mama did. It don't look like it now, but we literally took nearly everything that was in here out and opened it up. I mean, you can see now like how open it is back there. Even though there's stuff everywhere, before you couldn't walk around hardly. You know, shit, I've been working, I've done so much work now that I got stuff laying everywhere. And I got another project, see, I got the rear end and stuff, and I got an ATV frame coming from cousin. And so I'm gonna be able to build in something else with that. I don't know yet exactly what. And I got me a kind of like one of them Predator motors. It's a 13.5 horse electric start. Like motor that comes from Harbor Freight, and it runs good, loud, mean sounding motor. I'm getting me a golf cart pretty soon, as soon as I can find one cheap enough, and to fix it up like my mama's, because ever since I fixed my mama's up, I have been done nothing but work and ride out in the trails. Man, I've cut trails all around through here. That golf cart's more fun than anything I've ever had, and I've had a lot of shit. I don't know why it's fun, but it is. And I put a little 212 Harbor Freight motor on it, and shit, it does great. And that motor there is going to have twice the power, so. And I ride that golf cart everywhere with that little motor on it. I mean, I ride it over to Cole's house all the time, over to my Uncle Charles's, over to my other shop. Shit, I don't have any problem with it. And I crank it with a 6S Lipo. It'll crank it about probably 50 to 70 times before you have to charge the battery again. And that's the only battery it's on. Once you crank it, it don't need no battery, so I mean, it just cranks real easy. I took all the junk we wasn't using and I piled it up over here on the side to get it out of the way. You see? Now I got a bunch of go-kart parts back in there. Pistons and right here's a couple old motors. I don't really know what they are. They got a bunch of pistons and breathers, and I only got 2 blocks up there though. So, and I got some cams. But to build, I want to build a motor, but I don't have the stuff to build it to completely build one. Cole got most of that stuff, I think. So I may end up having to get some stuff back from him eventually. For the parts I don't have, because I want to eventually build a good, kind of a hopped up, maybe a limited motor. Makes about 25 horsepower. That should be enough, I believe. put something like that on a golf cart. Be wicked. All right, let me take you out here, guys. Whew. I've been spending all my time working. That's all I do anymore. As you can see, I cleaned up around here. I put the dog pen down here. As soon as we get another dog, that's where I'm gonna keep an outside dog this time. He'll let me know somebody's coming up. Cleaned all this up back in here. Got a bunch of old Honda motors in there. Little small, or not Honda motors, them little Chinese motors. All tore down. Bunch of wheelbarrows. I'm finally get back here to my big old air compressor now. Something's going on with it though. It don't cut off. You have to manually cut it off. Otherwise, it just can't run all day. I hooked both compressors up to the same cord yesterday, and I didn't realize that it was doing that. And that one around there don't have a pop-off valve because the damn steel on it's so thick it ain't gonna blow up. But this tank in here is not that thick. So when I had them hooked together, this one kept running and that one shut off. And for long, the pop-off valve blowed on this one. And then I went and looked, and that one's still going at about like 150 psi, still cranking air into it. I said, oh shit. So anyway, but I've cleaned up around here too. I've done so much work, guys. So much work. I had this shed completely cleaned out the other day, but now I've got it, since I ain't got nowhere to store this stuff in my shop, I'm going to store it out here. So I've got all kind of stuff out here now. Anyway, and I've made trails everywhere. Starting right back here. See, I cleaned out back in there where I can get up to behind my shed because I got so much junk back in there. All my old car tires, I stacked them out there in the woods. And like I say, guys, I've got trails cut all through the woods now. And way back up in yonder, and come out on the main road. I mean, it went through briars so thick that they just tore me to pieces. And I just plowed right through them. Mowed them down, and I got about probably 20 trails cut back in here, going every which way you can think of. And like I say, I got one that comes out on the hill, on the hillside up here on the main road, and then it cuts across and goes way up on the hillside, way up there on that direction, and it goes all the way over to the highway, to this field, and then follows the highway fence all the way back down to back in yonder, and then it comes back down our main road. So it just makes a huge circle. But it took a lot of cutting. Been working my ass off. Oh, it's beautiful out here, guys. I come out here in my golf cart and I'll be riding it around, and I'll just park it and sit out here in the shade and just sit and listen and watch. Oh. Deers like it back in here too. They love it when you cut a bunch of trails for them. I drug our old satellite dish up, thought about making some kind of a gazebo out of that. I got so much going through my head I want to do, guys. I just ain't enough time in the day, and I don't feel good enough most times to do it. So here lately I've been feeling pretty good though, so I've been trying to get as much work done as possible. Cole still hadn't come got my four-wheeler yet that I gave him. And after I give it to him, I said, shoot, now I need a four-wheeler because I need some A-arms and stuff like that. I could have just used them off mine, but no, I done gave him mine. So he's helping finding me another four-wheeler frame that I can get some A-arms and stuff off of for our next build we're going to do. Oh, and I don't know if I showed y'all this, but remember I was going to make a T-bucket? Thinking about making a T-bucket thing? Well, I managed to put two wheelbarrows together and weld them back together. And I've been using it as a sled to haul junk off with. And it hadn't broke yet. And it's been sturdy as can be. I mean, I've been giving her heck. That would look pretty good sitting up here on my thing, I believe. But all right, let's go look at my mama's golf cart. Y'all gonna love this. I don't think I've showed it to you. Man, I've done a lot of work to it. I made doors for it, cleaned it up. I lifted the whole body 2 inches so it would give the tires more clearance. Because they was rubbing the fenders when you make a curve. I've been watching that Facebook Marketplace, looking for me another golf cart, something cheap that I can fix up, put me a gas motor on. But damn, these people around here is crazy for what they're asking for, just old pieces of junk. I ain't got that kind of money. But you can see right here from my mom's golf cart. Y'all remember what it looked like that last time you seen it? They didn't have no doors on it because it didn't come with doors. I mean, I made it look new, a lot newer than it did. Put a headlight on it. We put new windshield in it. I put mirrors in it. I put a rear view mirror and a side view mirror over there on it. We put a light up here. I got a little dash thing here. You plug this up and it beeps and tells you the voltage of your battery. And see, let's see what it comes up to. This is 19, almost 20 volts still left in that battery. And believe it or not, it'll crank it, boy. I better not. Better not take off on me. See there? This little battery just cranks it over and over and over and over. I tell you guys, I love my little golf cart. I love it, I love it. And I made this basket here on the back of it. Painted it and made it and put it in there. And we put these seats on, man. These seats is comfortable. These seats is the shit, man. Look, see my little doors open up. Got a little bracing on there. And they latch back. But now these seats is comfortable. I mean, they comfortable as hell. Got my armrest. This is what I want to make my thing down there look like. And I want to get me another golf cart similar to this. Put that bigger motor on it, jack it up probably 6 or 7 inches, put some bigger knobby tires on it, some better shocks, and put a rack on it, like a deer rack, you know, so you can haul a deer out of the woods or something if you want to, or whatever. And just make it like a hunting vehicle out of it, out of an old golf cart. That's what I want. Something that'd be wicked. Lots to do and not enough time to do it. I have really put the work into this thing, though. And my mom was tickled to death with it. I'd ride it around more than she does, though. We've been looking for me one. Man, we found the perfect one 2 days ago. 2 days ago now. Somebody from, I forget where it is, it was about a 2-hour drive from here. Had a whole bunch of equipment, farm equipment, stuff like that, and he put everything out in his field, and he took pictures of it all and said, "This is for sale. First come, first serve." And he had about 4 golf carts out there. They were all electric. All of them needed batteries, so, you know, they was in pretty bad shape. I mean, they probably looked as good as this one. But there was one out there that was yellow. It was yellow, it had flames on the side of it, and it had already been lifted up about 6 inches, had big old knobby tires on it, had a big old light bar across the top. Looked wicked as hell. He wanted $500 for it. That was a steal. It was half of what I want to do was already done to it. I just needed to put my good motor in it. But we fooled around a couple hours later before we contacted him back, and he had done sold it. We didn't jump on it fast enough. And it was perfect, man. It was perfect. And yellow's my favorite color. I done put all my good shit on this golf cart, though. My fancy steering wheel. Got it on here. I told Mom, I need all my shit back. Alright, guys. It's been a long video, I know, but I'm rambling on. I've been enjoying myself, though, guys. I hadn't worked like this in years. Guys, to give you some idea of the kind of cleanup I've been doing, I know it looks all filthy down there by the shop again, but it's because I've been doing work and building things, and I got all that shit drugged back out. But remember when I used to fly my drone through this little part right here? Remember all the crap that was under here? I mean, just a bunch of junk, Look, there ain't nothing here now. That's the kind of cleanup I've been doing here lately. I've been doing that to everything around this place, making it look so nice. But then when you're like down at the shop, though, cannot keep it clean, because you start working down there and you need this and you need that and you drag it all out. Later, guys. I got to mow again. The grass is growing so damn quick. And now I got all these trails to keep cut too. If you don't mow them, every time you mow, the briars will grow back up. Shit. Let me take you on a trip. You want to go on a trip? Let me take you on a trip. I'll show you by Georgia. Some of the places I've cut. Hang on, we'll just get in the golf cart and take off. Man, if y'all still here, y'all must be some diehard fans of me. Alright. Hang on. Let me plug my battery back up. And my dash. Hold on. Alright. Turn that on. Choke it. Make sure the wheels are cut. My muffler's rattling. rough right in here. Had to slow down. Oh, shit. That's why I had to lift it up a few inches. Yeah, I cut all these trails, guys. Every one of them. That's a lot of damn work cutting these trails, I'm gonna tell you. We are to that field where I go fly sometimes. I can't get through there no more. He blocked it off. But I can still get around here. Still got 23.55 volts out of that 26 volt battery. So let's say, guys, you can't go wrong with the setup I got here. It's awesome. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I know I sure did. I do that every evening to relax. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later.